I can't say anything right now. We don't talk about injuries and reps and all those things, so we'll just kind of see what happens come Saturday.
Detmer practice?
I'm not going to talk about who's practicing and who's not. So,
if things would require a change, just hypothetically, how difficult is it to change offenses, or do you need to change offenses?
I don't think we do. It's something that all of the guys on our team have been practicing for a whole month of training camp. So you don't just go and change everything and try to invent a new offense in a week.
Guys do have different skill sets. Would you tailor kind of the game plan, the calls as far as the skill sets of the guys that you put under center?
Yeah, we've said that all along. We'll cater to what guys do best at every position.
Are there some things that you know now that maybe you didn't know in August and maybe through the first couple games?
Yeah, I think we've learned a little bit about our offense along the way, kind of what guys can handle, what they can't, and try to, cater to that a little more. We've tweaked a little bit each game and tried to, play to, what the quarterback feels comfortable with, what our receivers we feel like they can do. So it's a constant learning in motion. Every week you learn something new, or they start learning it a little better too. So that's football. I mean, every year you got new guys in new spots, and they got to figure it out, or you got to figure it out for them as coaches and give them what they can handle.
So what do you think you're doing well right now?
Well, we obviously we're not scoring enough points, so we're not doing a lot well right now. So we've got to sharpen up on the little things. We've got guys in situations that are seeing things for the first time, and each week it's something new, something different that they haven't seen. It's a route versus certain coverage that they hadn't seen before, and we don't make the adjustment, or you game plan for a certain defense and they come out and give you something else. You got to be able to adjust and read that and see it. And the O-line would give us a different blitz than we've seen in the past, and sometimes they get you the first time and then you pick it up the next time. So we're having some of those things happen to us during the course of a game, and we threw 3 interceptions. 2 of them were a batted ball and you get your arm hit. So there's sometimes the ball doesn't always bounce your way, and it gets in tight games like that where those things make a difference, and sometimes you need a little luck in some of those situations.
Watching Wisconsin tape, what stands out?
They're a solid defense. I mean, that's one thing they've been built on, is playing hard, playing fast, and playing sound. And nothing's changed this year. They're stout up front. They're big, interior guys, and then they play fast on the edges, and that's kind of the way they're built. Rocky Beagle, former teammate of mine, he had 2 boys playing there. Vince Beagle was a 4th-round pick from Wisconsin last year, and so I watched them and have followed them for several years now, just kind of watching how they play. And this year's no different. They got speed on the edges, and they want to get after the quarterback and then plug up the middle with their interior guys. So good, solid team. Obviously, they're ranked number 10 for a reason.
How much can you run on them?
That's the game plan every week, is we want to try to run the ball. But again, they're a solid front, and they're solid in the secondary. You don't get to be number 10 having a hole or a weakness somewhere that people exploit. So we got to execute, and we got to be sharp and go in with the right game plan and then execute it. It's one of those things where we've got to execute the little things, and just being a little tighter here or there, making a play when it's there. All those things you got to do against good teams.
Is your rotation at running back tightened up at all?
Yeah, I would say so. Ula obviously came in and provided a spark right there, and we got a glimpse of what we thought we had. And now he's feeling 100%, and we can mix him in there more. But it's same group of guys, but you may dial in a little bit more. Giving certain guys a few more carries here or there in certain situations.
Die too.
Yeah, Trey's been great. He does a great job in pass game, pass protection, and then is able to carry the ball for us. So he's kind of becoming the complete package for us back there, which helps if you're in kind of a more throwing type of personnel, like last week where we went 2-minute and had to kind of get going a little bit there the second half. He's proven he can do a little bit of everything for us.
How important is it to get some big plays? Last couple of weeks, you haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, that's the conversation each week. You know, that was kind of the focus going into the off season was we need more chunk plays. We need to create more opportunities. And, you know, the defense, sometimes they take things away or we miss it and it's there and you get your chance, we got to hit them. And that's kind of what we're talking through with the quarterback's decision making, when to take that shot, when not to, when to look for it, when not to. And that's the constant battle in your head is how conservative do you play? And, you know, we want them taking the shots. We want them, you know, feeling comfortable that it's okay. We're calling that play for a reason. Give it a chance and then check it down if it just isn't there, you know. So we're learning all those things right now too.
How much can you attribute the fact you're just playing really good defenses or the offensive struggles? Where does the kind of the balance?
It's a balance. I mean, it's a mix. You know, we're playing good defenses, teams that can play, and we haven't played to our standard yet. Though that we see things on film, we're leaving a lot of plays left on the table out there that either guys are open or we drop a ball or we miss a protection and we got a guy open. Prime example, last week we had all those instances happen that if we just hit one of those plays, it's a different ballgame. And we get a touchdown called back in 2 of the 3 games. And, you know, when you're playing good teams like that, those things catch up to you. And they're the difference in a game a lot of times.
Have you guys worked on selling rub routes a little better?
We work our route concepts every week. And whether they're whatever concept it is, we work on it every week, and those are, you know, sometimes the frustrating things where you work on things and you coach it and then get in a game and a young guy kind of panics or, you know, does it a different way, not due to lack of effort or wanting to help a guy get open, but that's not what he's coached to do. And so when you see that, that's not what we practice. That's not how it looked all week, you know. So yeah, we practice all of it.
If you should play a quarterback who's more mobile, could we expect the quarterback to run more?
I doubt it. I mean, I don't think anything changes with our offense. We'll line up and play, and you know, we'll go with whoever shows up on Saturday.
Is Austin Consensus kind of carving a role for himself in your offense? Yeah,
it's hard, you know, with the number of backs we have and trying to get everybody carries, and now, you know, with Ula's finally getting healthy, he's going to take more of those reps. So Austin's done a great job on the scout team for them when they have a mobile quarterback and somebody that can line up back there and function as a quarterback, and still, you know, trying to find ways to get him in the game and get him a rep here or there. But given the situation, the teams we've been playing and the games we've been playing in, that hasn't always happened.
Are the struggles offensively taking a toll on you at all personally?
Yeah, I mean, you sit and you think, I mean, it's constant, what can we do better? How can we help these guys? How can we be better as coaches, and what do we need to do differently to help them catch up quickly? You know, unfortunately, being an independent, our schedule is going to be front-end loaded, and so when you got a young team, you're going to have some struggles because you're playing really good teams that, you know, you don't have a chance to kind of get your feet underneath you a little bit. So it's, you know, that's something you think about constantly, and there's no downtime to kind of get away. You know, the bye week will be nice because you can kind of sit back, evaluate, and really focus on maybe what we're doing good and what we're not doing good, and throw those things out and accentuate the positives. So it'll be nice to kind of have that next week where we can self-evaluate and figure out where we go after this week. So, but yeah, I mean, all the coaches take it hard. We're here early, we're staying up late, you know, trying to get solutions, and that's our job, and that's what we're here to do, is support the program and make it work.
Kalani had said, go ahead.
How are the guys mentally? Have you had to talk to them about not getting frustrated?
Oh yeah, it's been good. You know, we got a good group of young men. I mean, we were 1-3 last year. Similar situation, didn't play well with UCLA, didn't score many points. Defense played pretty well. So, you know, we've been there, and we've got some veteran players on the team that have. It's the young guys you worry about, that they kind of start getting down and doubting themselves. So, you know, the attitude's been good. It's been real positive. The energy level's been good at practice, and everybody knows they got to just do a little bit more, focus a little more, and work a little more.
Kalani had said that positions were up for grabs, everything was open, do you anticipate changes?
That's been every week. I mean, you know, we've got a rotation of guys, so we're waiting for that guy to step up. And if somebody shows something, they'll get more time. And that means another guy's not. So that's at every position, every group. If a guy's not performing and can't figure it out, then we'll try someone else. So that's no different across the board. I mean, that's football. We're not playing Pop Warner now. We're playing to win games.